Our ability to understand what causes disease, how to diagnose disease, how to treat it, and how to prevent it is evolving at a dramatic pace.
My role is responsible for the safe, the effective, and the appropriate use of our medicines, from the first time they touch someone in a clinical trial to the last time anyone touches one of our medicines anywhere in the world, and all of the touches in between.
So this is the African American population in the United States, 5%. This is the African American participation in clinical trials, 16%. Hispanic population in the United States, 1%. Hispanic participation in clinical trials. So obviously, as it has been already mentioned, we are here having this discussion today because clearly there is a problem. Minority populations are severely underrepresented in clinical trials, and this disparate proportion of participation trends, mirrors the trends of minorities being disproportionately affected by a number of medical conditions.
Another Black person. So what does the variable race measure? It precisely measures the social classification of people in our race-conscious society. And the same race that a hospital admitting clerk might check off for me that would become part of a health statistic is the same race that a cab driver notices, or a police officer, or a teacher in a classroom, or a judge in a courtroom, and that race has profound impacts on our life experiences and life opportunities. And therefore, I and many other people now hypothesize racism as a fundamental cause of racial disparities in health.
That are on the market. Now, how do we use the clinical trial data? Well, the data from clinical trials, obviously the main way in which we review these products, we expect that the product will be appropriate for the intended user. Not for everybody, not for everybody, for the intended user. And that intended user could be a very narrow window.
And if we're going to continue to be the economic power, the intellectual power that we should be in this country and in the world, we have to make sure that there's nobody left behind, because the world is changing. There's a value in being different. Different people bring different things to the table that allow us to come up with more rich solutions to complex problems.